just entered into the Crypto Chronicles with Kevin Anytime.
Uncanny. Okay, so look, y'all, check this out. EOS. This is one of my secret ones in my back pocket. If y'all don't know nothing about this one, you gotta look into it. What I appreciate right off the bat is they are willing to teach you for free up until September 30th. I'm going to get into that a little bit later. Right now, we're going to check into the graph, check into a little bit of technicals, okay? When I first spotted this out, I think it was around this amount, okay? And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the 1 week, all right? The 1 week. Yep, looking rocky. Why? Because this month has been rocky. 1 month. Sure has. Okay, 3 months. Yup, even that's been rocky. But oh, what do we have here? We got here around like $14 as a high. Okay, back in May when it was on and popping, right? Okay, so that makes sense. 6 months, let's take a look at that. 6 months overall, we still looking good because it started below that. So it looked like it kind of retraced. We back down, but we up 35% still, okay? Now, we're going to look at the rank. Obviously, we are ranked 27th on here, so that is really, really good. All right, you that high on the list, got to be doing something right. Then we got the ROI. Look at that, plus 254%. Okay, so look, let's go ahead and check out the description. So about EOS. EOS is a cryptocurrency that powers the EOS.io platform. The EOS.io platform aims to be the most powerful blockchain platform, which allows smart contracts and decentralized apps to be created and developed on the platform. EOS can process millions of transactions per second and charges no transaction fees to send or receive the cryptocurrency. Instead, the protocol rewards the entities that run the network periodically with new EOS, effectively substituting inflation for transaction fees. So it already sounds like they trying to help people. They trying to help the networks that or they trying to help the entities that run on the network, and they're going to reward you with EOS. So that's already nice. And then they're saying that they're trying to eliminate the transaction fees. It don't even charge transaction fees, but just in case for the inflation, it looked like that they hooking it up. So look, let's check this out. Okay, we about to just go straight to the website, because I'm already like, wow, okay, they trying to do something real nice, fast, flexible, and forward driven. Okay, let's take a look here. So it looks like they got some little news updates here, which we can definitely get into later, or you can check into that later. I probably won't mess with this right now because there's a video that I want to show you. But here is the main thing that I was talking about. Free training until September 30th, 2021. All right. Learn blockchain essentials, the EOS.io technology stack, app development, and more. Okay. That is... Come on now. It's a EOS.io is a highly performant open source blockchain platform built to support and operate safe, compliant, and predictable digital infrastructures. All right, then they got some other stuff you can take a look in here. Security and compliance, developer focused, highly configurable, fast and efficient. You can definitely go on here if you want to take a look and read into that extra. So they have a place for developers. Our technology offers you flexibility, security, reliability, and community you need to build your ideas on blockchain. Okay. Boom. Then you got the developer portal, right? Okay, nice. Training and certification. Here we go. Access training and soon to be released certification programs designed to give you the tools you need to deploy and scale your blockchain implementation, as well as grow your skills, validate your knowledge, and help you advance your career. Come on, y'all. This is what's up right here. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's learn more about this training and certification. So EOS IO training and certification. Our programs empower developers, administrators, and other blockchain enthusiasts to learn core concepts and explore the capabilities of EOS IO. From now through September 30th, 2021, start learning for free with our training and certification courses. Terms and conditions apply. Come on, y'all. This is what I'm talking about now. If they're willing to train you on certain things, what does that mean? What is going on with the company? They leaving it out there for free up until September 30th for you to learn more about blockchain. So let's see. Advance your understanding of blockchain, access training and soon to be released certification programs. Okay, we already read that. Let's see here. Featured courses. Here we go. So EOS IO for Ethereum Developers 101. Learn how to use your existing skills as an Ethereum developer to create smart contracts and applications on EOS IO. Now that's if you are that advanced. If you're an Ethereum developer, you out there, you got a course for you right here. Check that out. Smart contracts, the second course in Smart Contract series. This course will advance your ability to create and use smart contracts on EOS IO. Here we go. Non-technical, technical. Smart Contracts 101. Who wants to know what a smart contract is all about? Let's see. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to click on these two bars up here. Boom, we're going to go to Learning and Resources. Wham. Okay, well then let's just, who likes videos? I like videos. Let's go right into videos. Wham. Okay, yes, here we go. Look at this. Build your first smart contract. We got to build a full stack web application. Oh yeah, let's see here. We got to learn about blockchain and EOS IO. What? Let's go there. What? I don't know about blockchain. There's a lot of confusing jargon with that. Bam, it's an hour long, but it looks like you're going to get some useful information out of here. Let's go ahead and kick it off and see where we go.
The webinar today is called Learn About Blockchain and EOS.io. I'd like to thank you all for attending and giving up your time to learn about blockchain with me. My name is Angus Maidment, and I'm a developer relations advocate for the developer relations team here at Block One. The developer relations team does a number of things, one of which is producing and maintaining the documentation for EOS.io. So that's available on the developers portal, which I will tell you about in the presentation. There's lots of documentation there and also some tutorials and resources. And so we also do outreach. So we let developers know about EOS.io and what kind of tools and support are available for developers building using EOS.io. And also things like this webinar, of course. And we also do a lot of feedback gathering. So it's important to know what the developers think about the experience of building on EOS.io, and we're constantly trying to feed that into the offerings that we give for developers. So in today's session, I'm going to be talking a bit about the basics of blockchain. We're going to start from the start, and then also we're going to take a more in-depth look at the EOS.io platform. So I'm just going to turn my video off. Block One is a global leader in high-performance blockchain software. So around 2 years ago, in June 2018, Block One published the EOS.io blockchain protocol, and we've been the main contributor to the open source project, which is available on GitHub since then. And so today I'm going to be telling you about EOS.io, the blockchain platform, but we're going to start at the start, as I said, and we're going to answer the question, what is blockchain? So we're going to look at some of the properties that blockchains might have. We're going to look at how blockchains actually work, how they achieve these properties from a technical perspective. And we're going to take a closer look at consensus and consensus mechanisms, because that's quite an important concept to understand when you're thinking about blockchains. We're going to take an in-depth look at EOS.io as well. So we're going to talk about the aspects of EOS.io that make it different and unique. And also, we're going to look at the ecosystem of projects and people using EOS.io for various different things. And we're also going to take a look at the tools and support available to you as an EOS.io developer. So, as I said, we're going to begin at the beginning, and we're going to ask the canonical question, what is blockchain, or what is a blockchain? And so, a blockchain is a chain of blocks. So that's not a very useful description. So I'm going to elaborate on that by saying a blockchain is a chain of blocks of data. So it's blocks of data that are chained together using cryptography. Each block contains something called a cryptographic hash of the previous block header, a timestamp, and some transaction data. And we're going to look at cryptographic hashing more in depth in the next section. But blockchains can have some or all of the following properties. It's important to note that not all blockchains have any of these properties. And if something is a blockchain, they don't necessarily have to have any of these properties. It's also important to note at this point that some of these words are subject to differences of opinion over what they mean. So they mean sometimes different things to different people. I'm going to be trying to be as factual as possible when I'm describing them to you. But it's important to remember that some people use these words in kind of different ways. So blockchain systems can be distributed. And so that means that if you run software on a server somewhere and it's in one place, then if it's distributed, you run the software on multiple different servers in different places. So that gives software resilience. So if the server that you're running your software on is in a building somewhere and the building gets hit by a meteor, then your service no longer exists because it's been destroyed. But if you have it running on 5 different servers in 5 different buildings, if one of the buildings gets hit by a meteor, then you still have a service that people can access because you've got 4 other computers running the service. So that means that your system is a bit more resilient to various different kinds of faults that can happen. And obviously the meteor example is kind of a catch-all, anything, any kind of failure to describe any kind of failure, but then in reality it could be something like a power failure or a hardware failure. So if systems are distributed, they can also be decentralized. And so that means when you have these multiple different computers running your service, if these computers aren't all controlled by the same party, so if you have 5 different computers controlled by 5 different organizations or parties that are all running the service, then that could be described as decentralized. And so blockchains can be public or private, and that's sometimes known as permissioned or permissionless. So a public or permissionless blockchain system is one that anyone can join and use the service. So anyone can start using the service according to the protocol, and sometimes participants can run the network as well. So they can start servers to contribute to the running of the blockchain network. This is in contrast to a private or a permissioned blockchain, which usually has some sort of invitation required or qualification required. So maybe an organization will run a permissioned blockchain and you have to get permission from them, get sent an invite to create an account to use that service. So,
well, I can definitely let y'all watch this entire video, but I can only show you the door. It must be you who walks through it. Anytime out.